What up, everybody? Welcome to Froggy Love Paranormal, which will be changing to Lunatic Froggy.
Lunatic Froggy, give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Let's
And we
go.
have the wonderful and beautiful Lunatic Dad.
God bless America. Oh, wrong sleeve. God bless America first. Thank you. I have to put that on there. Got to put that on there. How you doing
Yes,
this beautiful day, my beautiful lunatic froggy? How are
I
you,
am
baby?
doing wonderful.
Are we so
I
excited about what we're going to go ahead and talk about today?
Yes, we are. We are going to discuss how to start a YouTube channel and the myths that come with it.
Hmm. I have a lot of different ideas inside this damn coconut head of mine and everything else. Which, by the way, as you can tell, I look dasher today.
Oh, yes, you do. He shaped for us.
I did shave, so I don't look like I'm fucking 95 years old. So now I'm just my age, maybe a little bit
Now I'm
younger.
just my age. You know, they always say when you shave your face, you look 10 years younger.
Hey, yeah. Trust me, Mama feels it in between the thighs. Ah, sorry, Mama. Sorry. Hey, wait a minute. This is supposed to be a damn podcast about do's and don'ts of YouTube. That was a don't on YouTube. Don't say that.
That's
That
a
is
no
very
no
bad.
on YouTube. See?
Exactly. So, would you like to start off, or would you like me to go ahead
I
and start it
feel,
off?
well, as we were discussing before the show, where we came up with my new name, um, let's talk about choosing a name.
Hmm.
How would you properly choose a name?
Well, my idea of when you're going to first start out on YouTube, always look at whatever name that you're deciding to go ahead and pick. Go through the algorithm. Go. What I mean by that is look up that name on YouTube. If you see that the channel name that you want to go ahead and get has like 20 different ones that are already YouTubers out there and everything else, and they're already established, you don't want to go with that name. Because you remember you're trying to captivate an audience. You're trying to captivate new people watching your channel. But they're not going to know who you are if you are so far down in the algorithm inside YouTube's system. And you want to try to find something when you look at a name, when you're going to choose a name for your YouTube channel, make sure that you look down. And if you don't see no name like that you picked, that's a winner. That's a winner chicken dinner. But if you got a name that has something that there's 20 different channels above
Like
you.
Froggy Love Paranormal, there's uh
There's a lot.
21 channels above me.
There you go. And now, mind you, you're better than all 21 of them, but people won't know it. They won't know it because they're not going to go ahead. It's not the way us humans work. We don't scroll down and down and down and down when we're looking for a specific name. It is very vitally important. Rule number one, pick a name that nobody has out there on YouTube. But you got to do your due diligence. You got to check it out. Look up the name before you name your channel. And because that is so vitally important as far as getting exposure on YouTube. That's number one that people make a major mistake. They try to copy a name of another YouTuber or something that's already in the genre and everything else. Like I said, Lunatic Dad is Lunatic Dad. There is no other Lunatic Dad on YouTube. None. Zero.
Right.
Zilch. Donata. Ain't your grandpa. Zero. This. McJuggerNugger. Same thing. All zeros and
And the
everything else.
reason we chose Lunatic Froggy, I was going to go with Crazy Froggy because we all say Froggy's crazy. Crazy Froggy had a lot of different names under it.
Correct.
So it would literally just put me right back on the totem of how many names do you have to go through. So then we looked up Lunatic Froggy and there was absolutely none. So we chose Lunatic Froggy. Dad and I chose Lunatic Froggy as the basis of the name because if you just put Froggy, there's so many Froggies. Froggy Love, Paranormal, Crazy Froggy. I mean, Froggy is a big name out there,
Yes.
but if we put Lunatic Froggy, it's a genre of different things that I can do. I'm not specific into one, and that's where the Froggy Love Paranormal was holding me up because I was okay. This is my paranormal channel. Instead, if I put Lunatic Froggy, I can do a vast variety of different things, and I'm not worried about. Well, this is supposed to be a parent about paranormal.
Mm-hmm. And that allows you. Now, remember what I've always said: the word lunatic means unpredictable. There
Right.
is no like lunatic dad. I'm unpredictable. You don't know. Dad may put a vlog. Dad may do a violent video. Dad may do
You never know what's coming
you
up.
have no idea. And that's the great purpose of Lunatic Froggy, because it can be, you can be out at the cemetery. You may be live streaming. You may have an open panel. You may be doing gaming. You may be doing anything. So, hence Lunatic Froggy. I love the name. It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
And he's a little bit biased because it goes with lunatic dad.
Well, well, I'm actually kind of a lot biased. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of get my juices flowing when I see that word lunatic. Don't ask me why. It just gives me a great feeling inside. I'm just saying. Hmm. Yep.
Because at the end of the day, we all know both of us are bipolar and we love doing crazy, stupid things.
Yeah, just a little bit, sweetheart. Now, okay, all right. Now, since you're starting a YouTube channel, you've already now figured out the name. Okay, you
Right,
want to be individuality. Okay, you most definitely do, but you want something that the algorithm's going to connect to your channel. Number two, and this is vitally important: stay away from sub for sub. I know it's so tempting where you'll be like, well, you sub to me, I sub to you, you sub to me, I sub to you. In the beginning, when you start your channel, in the beginning, now this is going to be kind of hypocritical what dad's about to say. In the beginning, I'd say go to a sub for sub channel because you want to build the numbers up. Okay.
right,
In the beginning only now, people. What I mean by the beginning, maybe your first 100 or two. Okay. Because if you want to do live streaming or whatever, you got to have a certain amount of subscribers. I think it's 50 or whatever the hell it is. I don't even remember. And, but is dad saying do sub for sub to get your channel up to 2, 3, 4,000? No, because when you're gonna upload a video and you're gonna get 5 views. Okay,
right.
it's gonna happen
Because
unless
they're
unless
sub to so many people, or they unsub from you right away.
unless unless you have the time to be able, all these people you're subbing to, you actually go to their channels, watch their videos. But my question is, how many damn videos in a day can you fucking watch? You know, it's
Not that many. I normally like I have a stream, a set of streams that I watch watch while I'm gaming. And basically what that is if my friends are live, I'll throw up their channel. I won't watch it. I'll be gaming, but it's up there.
right now.
And
Them are your
normally I
friends
just say
now.
I lurk.
Right.
Exactly.
Now, them
Eh,
are friends. I'm talking about general, like when people watch Dad and everything that they say they call themselves fans or whatever. Fine, I love you for being my fan. That's great. But the point I'm trying to make is that if over time you're not going to be able to watch all these videos because you're going to turn off these notifications because your phone and your computer is going to go batshit fucking crazy with all these notifications dinging all over the place, and you're going to be like, oh my God, that's just too much. Now, again, when you first start out your YouTube channel, just to grow your base, go to channels that is in your genre, something you can get into, and leave a comment. Like you say, you're paranormal, okay, and you got other things with your channel now, but your main focus is your paranormal because you're
right.
good at it and you love it and you're connected to the spiritual world. Okay. So yes, you're gonna go to other paranormal channels and everything else and just let them know, hey, yeah, I did. And don't guys, please do not use the word I subscribe to you because YouTube will turn around and put it in a junk file. That is a big no-no word inside of YouTube. You cannot put that on a comment saying I subscribe to you because unless you check your junk mail on your YouTube, if you check that, then you're gonna know they did. And but if they don't, and you don't check it, because like I said, I mean, on Dad's channel, I got so many comments. I don't have the time to be going through my junk mail. I probably got that thing so damn backed up, it's pathetic. So again, when you first start out your YouTube channel, you want proper name. Second off, start watching videos. I know it's time consuming. I mean, especially if you're brand new to YouTube. If you're brand new to YouTube, I could only stress upon you so strong. Watch videos. I'm not saying going to watch a video of hour, 2 hours long. You don't have time for that when you're beginning out your channel. You don't have time for that. Maybe go find ones that are 3, 4 minutes or whatever the case may be when you're relaxing in the bed at night, or you're just relaxing doing nothing or whatever the case may be, and you're starting out YouTube. You want to go ahead and watch as many videos as you possibly can, because what ends up happening is the more comments you're making and the more you're watching and everything else, you start getting into the algorithm. It starts happening. Why? Because your name is in these comments. People fail to realize that when you're starting a new channel, your name it gets YouTube will notice, and the algorithm will pick it up that Froggy loved Lunatic Froggy, Lunatic Dad, Brex Paranormal, Scotty Too Hottie, whoever. That
We're all
it will pick it.
commingled together.
Exactly. It'll all start to pick it up. So that is vitally important that when you first start out, remember, I'm going to keep on reiterating your steps in how to successfully grow your YouTube channel. One, pick a name that is very rare or is hard for like Froggy changed hers and everything else. There's no one out there, Lunatic Froggy. She will be the first one. Okay, videos, leave comments, try to, if you got social media networks, show people, hey, I like your content, I care about your content, this is something in my genre, this is something I enjoy. Hey, I tweeted you out. Let them know in the comment I tweeted you out, because now guess what happens? Not only did they maybe going to go ahead and give you a subscription and check out your channel, they're going to go ahead and follow you on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook.
Right.
They're going to follow you in many different social medias, so that when you turn around and then go live, guess what? Boom, you're feeding this out to all the social medias and everything else. And guess what? They're going to come and watch your stuff. It will happen, but you have to be pro creative. A lot of brand new YouTubers don't realize it. You being new to YouTube, you've got to go ahead and you're creating a whole new audience, a whole new people. You're meeting brand new people and everything else. That takes time. It's called networking. You've got to be able to network. If you're very shy or you're a very quiet person or whatever, I'm sorry to say, I don't think you'll make it on YouTube. You have to have this bravado about yourself and everything else, because people will feed off of what you do and everything else. They will feed off it.
Exactly. And since I have ADHD, I'm loud all the fucking time. Like I went to my friend RD's up in Illinois, which I gotta go back so I can visit dad.
Yeah.
Um,
She's going to kiss me, guys.
right on the forehead.
Oh,
Uh,
which head? Oh, you said forehead. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. This is Froggy. This is Lunatic Froggy's channel. Lunatic Dad has to retract that comment, please.
oh no,
Sorry.
you do not. Once again, lunatic froggy. We're both crazy, okay? We will say random stuff like that. But I was loud at his house and he goes, "You are loud in person too." I said, "Fuck yeah, I'm loud everywhere. On YouTube, on in person, while gaming, I'm loud.
Mhm,
If I get quiet, it's normally because at that point in time, either there's too much noise in my head or I don't want to discuss what's being discussed."
mhm, mhm. And number three, I'm sorry, Frog. I'm on a roll right now.
Go ahead.
You hit my power zone right now. This is Dad's power zone. Rule number three: when you start out a YouTube channel, make sure you connect all your other social media sites to your channel, not just YouTube. A lot of people, like if you look on Dad's videos and everything else, when it's done by the camera and not Dad's phone, you will see everything's connected there: D Live, Facebook, Twitter, everything. You want to be able to connect with as many people through many different avenues and many different sources of social media when you're starting this out. It is vitally important that you do that. Don't just leave it open. You don't want to do this because, again, there's more than just YouTube that you can get your name and your content out there. Very vitally important that you go ahead and connect all your freaking social medias to your YouTube channel. Very important. Number four, and this one, I see people making mistakes like crazy. Your banner. My God. I see some cheap ass banners and everything else. You can learn how to make a banner on Google. They'll take you step by step,
Okay,
literally.
what about for the people that ain't tech savvy? Because there's people like me that are not tech savvy.
Now,
There's people out there that actually do it for a living.
yes.
Normally you're going to pay a pretty penny, like 50, $60, and they will have everything. They will send you everything.
Now, Lunatic Dad's both banners, Lunatic Dad Uncensored, which is no longer Lunatic Dad Uncensored anymore. I don't believe. I believe Kyle, he's got that channel. He named it some band thing or whatever. And then you got Lunatic Dad. Lunatic Dad's banner was not made by Lunatic Dad. Okay. It was not made. Lunatic Dad's original banner that you got up there right now. I forgot who the hell even made it. Fuck. But I know it wasn't Kyle or me. Someone made that banner for us. They were like, here, we did some type of contest or whatever, and they showed Kyle, and Kyle fell in love with it. So it's been Lunatic Dad forever and everything. But I'm sure there is ways that you can learn up on Google. It'll teach you. Okay. And the thing I will definitely stress, always on the front of your banner. Again, connect your social medias. Put it in the right hand corner of your banner of every social media you have. It's Twitch, whatever, D Live, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Put all of them on there. Okay. Because when you put all them on there, guess what? They don't have to go through your channel and find a link to go to it. When you go ahead and add that onto your front of your banner, they can just click on that. They can just press on the F for Facebook and it'll take them straight to Facebook. It's a lot of people don't know that. They're like, well, what is that going to do? They still got to scroll down and find in my description of my social medias. No, not true. Not true.
Right.
If you connect it and everything else, not true.
Exactly. Always make sure your stuff is connected. I've got to do that. I've also got to change my banner now that I'm changing my name. That's the issue with rebranding. I'm going to tell you right here, right now, because you rebrand, you got to rebrand everything: your Twitter, your Instagram, your TikTok, your
Yes.
D Lives, your YouTube. You got to rebrand everything. Luckily for me, I have enough people that can help me out in the aspects of getting a new banner, getting all that stuff. It costs me like $10 per
Yeah,
banner,
you do have a
$10.
couple good ones. Would you like to mention her name or no? That actually are they're very talented that do that kind of stuff and everything else. I mean, if you want to give them a special little shout.
Well, Blowhole does mine.
Okay. Okay, guys, if
Blowhole,
you look up Blowhole, I don't know, is that an original?
that's actually his YouTube name is Blowhole.
No, I've seen it in
Which
that before.
when you go with Blowhole again, you get a lot of whales blowing holes.
Well, that's kind of up my bag of tricks. Okay, that sounds good.
But, oh, yes, but at the end of the day, um, Blowhole does mine. Um, Loud City J has done a few for me, and Draco Martin has done a few for me.
Okay, guys. So now you hear that there are multiple people out there. You just got to go ahead. I mean, if you're looking for something or whatever the case may be, get in touch with Lunatic Froggy. She will go ahead and she can get you in touch with people or whatever that have a high skill, very high skill, that can go ahead and create a nice banner. Believe me, a banner is so very important. If you just got plain, just something plain, believe me. I mean, it's like anything else, sweetheart. If I go to a car dealership and I see a Corvette or I see a Corvette versus a little fucking a Pinto or whatever, and they're both on the lot. Which one you think is going to go ahead and attract my eyes?
The Corvette.
Corvette. It's going to be
I'm
sexy.
gonna go with the Pinto because it's cheaper on insurance.
Yes, right. Economically, yes. But when you're first going onto a dealership or whatever,
You're looking at that Corvette no matter what.
or a
You're
Maserati or something like that,
right.
you're going to be like,
You're
wow,
just
that's
going,
beautiful.
damn.
It's the attraction of first sight. I mean, it's just like in a female. You see a fine ass woman and you're looking at her ass, you're like, damn, or whatever. You ain't caring about her personality. You ain't caring
Exactly.
about any.
Normally the personality comes afterwards.
Right, 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 right.
And by then you're already screwed because you're stuck in that relationship. You're never stuck. You can get out, trust me. But
That's
I'm
another
just saying.
day. Yeah. So, okay, we got the fours. Number five. Number five. Now, this is something that Dad used to do in the beginning of his channel. but does not do it enough. What I feel that I should do, but I don't have the time for it. Respond to your comments. When you upload a video, someone puts something in your comments, let them know, hey, thank you. Hey, I could be negative or positive. Sometimes you're going to get the negative comments in a video, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Don't always, God, I see the mistake made time, all the time. And there's people that put negative comments on my channel, but yet they still come back in another video to be like, oh, that's much better. Or, yeah, I like this video, whatever. But it's the same person that cursed me out 2 videos ago or whatever,
Right.
something negative. Don't take a negative and make a negative. Repeat.
Exactly. You just say, hey, thank you for your opinion. And
Exactly.
make sure you heard them. And um that is one thing. Like, you don't even have to do it all day long. Come responding, you can set a time at the night after your video airs and be like, okay, I'm gonna go through my unseen filters, ones that I haven't responded to on the
Right.
YouTube studios. You can easily do that, and then you let heart it, and then you'd be like, hey, thank you for your comment, I appreciate it.
Right.
Or, join in on it, you can easily do that. You do
Exactly.
not
And
have to do it like all day. Just set a time. And YouTube is just anybody that says that YouTube ain't a job. It is a job,
trust me, I
one
got two
hundred
full-time
percent.
jobs. I got
Because
two of them.
right, because you got to create the video, you gotta edit the video, which Froggy don't edit because she really sucks at it. But I'm working on getting better. I'm going through a couple different YouTube videos and finding out which is best. But you
It's
gotta
very time consuming. Very
right
time consuming.
making it, editing it, and then making sure that you really hone in on the comments and creating good content. Did I lose Dad? We're gonna wait a second to see if I lost Dad.
Yeah, now as I said before, the paranormal has attacked Dad once again and knocked out my internet for a little minute. But Lunatic Dad said, not on today.
Not today, Junior.
Nope, 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 nope. So where the hell were we, man?
We were talking about um. So we talked about the algorithm.
Hmm.
We talked about how to name yourself properly. We talked about like banners
Hmm.
and how to do it.
Responding to comments on your
Respond.
channel.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Responding to comments.
Yes, very, very. I've said that is such an important one when you're beginning. So important because what you don't want to create is people watch your stuff and you don't even give them recognition. You'd be surprised when someone takes the time and writes a long ass comment and you don't respond to it. You don't say anything, and they can be telling you, "Hey, I ran across your channel and this is great content. I really enjoyed this part of your video." And when you start getting people actually like giving you timestamps what they watched and everything else and stuff or whatever the case may be. They're taking their time. They don't have to take your time. There's so many different channels on YouTube. They can go to anybody's, but they chose you. They chose your channel to watch. So always be thankful and grateful for the people that do come to your channel. Don't take them for granted. It's a
Right.
bad, bad business. Bad
And
business.
make sure that you really hone in that, hey, I appreciate every single one of you, because then they feel appreciated.
100%. 100%. And like I said, I've been on YouTube 8 years. And the things in which me and Froggy are talking about to everybody today are things in which we made mistakes ourselves. So
Right.
we're trying to prevent you from making the same mistakes we made. Like I said, Lunatic Dad didn't come into YouTube, or Lunatic Froggy did not come into YouTube and all of a sudden said, "Hey, I know exactly everything I'm supposed to do and everything else." There is nobody out there that knows that unless you know another YouTuber or whatever the case may be. Like Lunatic Dad knows, somebody that's like millions and millions of subscribers, that's family to that. That's literally my family
Right.
and everything. Too bad the fucker never shouts me out. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Best in class if you ever see this shit, because I always show them. I show them. I send them the video of stuff or whatever, I'll timestamp it. Like, and I'll say it's at 24:59, and I'll be like, hey, check that. When I talk some shit about you and everything else, I always talk shit about him. It's okay. He doesn't mind. He loves the exposure.
Right.
Not that he needs it. I mean,
You don't need a you.
he's a big time gamer though. I mean, he's big time gamer. Best
Ooh.
in class. Oh yeah, he's good. I mean, but he's funny as shit because he edits everything and he does a mom's voice and he literally puts the chip voice changer as he's doing fucking videos playing with fans and everything, acting like a woman and everything else. It's out of this world. Best in class if anybody wants to know that channel. Very good channel. And
So you got to hear from Lunatic Dad. Go look at Best in Class.
hell yeah. Hell yeah. Trust
Tell
me.
him Lunatic Dad sent you, unlike you sent him.
Nope. Lunatic Froggy sent you because it's on your channel.
True.
True. And as I said before, guys, I mean, these are some things that are vitally important. And when you're starting out a YouTube channel, we are urging you follow these steps. It's going to make your journey on YouTube. Now, uh, sometimes you're going to get what Lunatic Froggy and Lunatic Dad have been through is you will get hate on your channel. Okay, you will get hate on your channel. Now that you say, well, what does that have to do with creating a channel? Because a lot of people who get hate on their channels, 9 times out of 10, they shut their channel down. They say, I'm not doing YouTube. Okay. Understand, understand. Hate and love when you do YouTube are the same. Repeat. Hate and love on your channel are the same. Why?
Right.
Why?
Because it's people coming in.
Correct. And you're trying to build your watch time, right?
Right.
You're if your ultimate goal is to try to get somewhere on YouTube, you need two things, subscribers and watch time. That's the bottom line. You need them both. Okay? Because you can have the watch time, but if you ain't got the subscribers, it ain't helping you worth the shit. Or if you got the subscribers, but you're working on your watch time, you need both in order to go ahead and starting to be able to earn and everything else. Some people will say, well, Dad, what is the criteria to be able to earn on YouTube? Well, to be able to do super chats and for the monetization end of it, you need 500 subscribers, which Froggy has, and you need over 3,000 watch hours. Okay. Now, to get to the next level, which is the one ultimate goal you want, is that you don't have to worry about people super chatting you when you go live. Well, you ain't going to care and everything else. Because if you got enough content out there, once you get the full monetization, you're going to go back into all your videos and you're going to go ahead and put in the ads. This is time fucking consuming. It's aggravating. That's why, Dad, luckily I was monetized almost in the first 2 weeks of YouTube. And that was because we discussed that before. Dad breaks a computer. That automatically made Dad monetize in the first couple days because it went fucking viral. Anyway, so make damn sure when you're doing your YouTube channel, people, okay? Make sure that you work on the watch hours. Subscribers are going to come. The watch hours, a lot of people make mistakes is that they don't realize, oh, wow, I got the subscribers. But that watch time. Now, if you didn't create the content that is bringing in all the people for that watch time, that ends up hurting you along the way. Okay, you want both, but if you ask Dad, what is the most important when you start your YouTube channel? Is watch time. Build that up. That is the most important because that, believe it or not, people, that is the hardest thing. Why? Because you're trying to bring people to your channel to watch your channel, and you'd be like, well, it's kind of correlated, and it is the subscribers with the watch time kind of correlate with each other. But remember, if people don't see your channel, they don't know you exist. You can have great content. You can have the best thumbnail. You can have the best, very good content and everything else. But if it's not something in which the algorithm is picking up, if it's not something in which is attractive, don't pick like a title. I dig in my ass. I mean, it's just not gonna work. Okay.
Right. That channel would be horrible. That video, I'd be like, I ain't watching that.
Exactly. Or you might get some freaks out there. They might. I don't know. I mean, there are some
There are
freaky
freaks all
people.
over.
There are. There are. Now, like I said, we have covered a vast amount, and I'm hoping that people do go ahead and understand that when you're going ahead and starting your YouTube channel, Froggy gave you some great points, okay, and Dad's helping you along the way. Okay, it's not easy. Don't think you're going to become a millionaire overnight. I know a lot of people like Abrex Paranormal just finally getting the first step of his monetization. Okay, my brother from another mother, he just got done getting monetized and everything. It was hard work along the way, but he did it through hard work. Him and his wife and his family and the whole community around him made this happen and everything else. And that is something in which, it's not easy. It's not easy. But once you get there, now you got to maintain. How do you maintain? Constant content. You don't stop. You don't stop.
Right. And that's the big thing that I was going to talk to you about. Is there not two different types of content? Actually, now there's three. Your shorts, your live content, and your regular content. Which one is more important? Regular content, live content, or shorts?
Regular content, because you're starting to create your channel of what it's about. You're trying to build your own community. Remember, every channel has its own community. I mean, even though like with you and Abrex Paranormal, you're both paranormal, but
Right.
I guarantee you there's people that watch you that may not watch him, or people that watch him that don't watch you, or people that watch Dad but they may not. You get my gist. Is
Exactly.
is that there's going to be times in which, that's why I said it goes back to the word networking. The more people you know, the more people you interact with, the more exposure your channel's going to get. Okay? It's
Yep.
just natural. And remember, people, please, this is something that I can only pound you in the head with. Don't think just because someone has a lot of subscribers and everything else means that their subscribers will go to you. They may just like your content. They may just like what you do and everything else. And sometimes it happens that way. And don't get discouraged. Do not get discouraged if you see someone hey, man, they got like 50 people in a stream, 100 people in a stream, or whatever the case may be, and I've got 10 or whatever. Listen, it's that type of content that may be attracting that individual. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to what you enjoy. Because if you do a channel and it's something that you really don't really believe in, or something that you really love to do and everything else, your
You're
audience is going to feel it. They're going to
right.
know that you're just faking this shit.
Exactly. I do. I have heard of people that literally just come on for the money. Once they get monetized, they just come on for the money.
Now there's a flip side to that, Froggy, is that they may come back to you and say, well, yeah, because all that time when I was just getting working my ass off and not getting paid nothing, this is I'm looking at it as they'll look at it as this is something I worked so hard for and now it's paying off, you know.
Right.
But when you ask for donations, now this is one of Dad's big pet peeves. Never ever ask for donations on a stream. Ever. Ever. Because you may just look at it as, hey, I'm letting you know I have this. I got super chats. I got this and everything. They already know that when they come into your live stream. They see the dollar sign on the bottom of
Right.
every screen. All of us YouTubers know what that means and everything else. Let it come naturally, because what ends up happening is that your content is then going to get overshadowed by that. You just want super chats and money from the people. Believe me, trust me when I tell you this. If you have ever heard Dad live stream and everything else, the only thing I will ever usually ever bring up, which I don't live stream much, but I will let people know I have a channel membership. Okay, I do,
Right.
and I will continue to say that and everything else, because some people don't know that, because not every channel creates the membership. They don't. Some people do. I think it's wise and everything else to do that. That's another form of money coming and revenue coming into your channel. And me and you discussed this before, and I've said this a million times. It costs money to buy computers. It costs money to go to these cemeteries, in your car, the gas, everything else. All this cost, okay? Everything accumulates cost. So the thing that I always tell any new YouTuber or people that are trying to get monetized, or people that just whatever, you just became monetized, don't feel that that to not mention certain things. But to ask for, or that, hey, you could super chat me or whatever the case may be, it doesn't work. It's a bad precedence to set for your channel, because your reputation will start to get tarnished. It will get tarnished. I guarantee it. I've seen it over the years. I've known a guy named, his name was James Cook. Okay. He was bigger than dad on YouTube and everything else. He's no longer on YouTube and everything. Okay. Because in the beginning, he used to get 100, 200 people in a stream, always asking for money. I mean, constantly. The stream was more about asking for super chats than actually what he was doing the damn live stream. Okay. And what ended up
Right.
happening is people started turning away. He had more subscribers than me, way more, and everything else. He couldn't get more than 10 people after a year. People got tired of hearing it. They were like, oh, I'm done with this. This guy's just asking for fucking money.
Yeah. And um what about people watching okay, so when you're watching a video, and I'm saying you specifically,
Mhm.
what turns you off of a video the most?
First thing is quietness. Quietness. And it's big time up on live streaming too. If there's a long stagnated time of quietness, I will leave that stream no matter who you are. I don't care who you are. 9 times out of I'm shutting it off, because I'm like, if I want to hear quietness, I can go upstairs in my bedroom and go lay down on my pillow. Okay.
Go to
You know,
bed, right?
the
Now,
reason why,
sometimes I do actually enjoy the quietness, and that's because I'm going to bed.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But when people come into a stream and everything else, they expect some form of conversation going on
Right.
from somebody. When
Even if
there's
you're talking to yourself.
And another thing, and I will say this, and I'm not directing this at nobody, sweetheart, but when you have a stream and remember who you bring up on your streams. This is vitally important. If you got where you're actually having a conversation and everything else, and you got a bunch of freaking people acting stupid and just gurgling in the background and everything else, that cheapens and lessens the quality of your stream. The odds of you getting, you may have, and this is something that people got to realize, is that you got maybe people that are not, they're still on the fence. Should I subscribe or should I not subscribe to Froggy or to Lunatic Cat? Should I do it? And then they start seeing the rest of the people that you have up on a panel, and they're like, yeah, no, no, it's not my cup of tea. Even though you could be an outstanding streamer, you can keep it rolling, you can keep the conversation rolling. But if you've got certain people on your panel acting totally, that has nothing to do with what you're talking about, that will hurt you in the long run. It will.
Right. And I've noticed a lot of people that uh when they come up they really don't have anything to say. They just want to come
Well,
up because,
there's a difference between having nothing to say when you come up, where you're not very talkative, than what I'm talking about is people just acting stupid. I mean, just downright, where it's just not making no sense or whatsoever. Because remember, you got stagnatic noise, is what I call it, on a live stream. You got a lot of stagnatic noise. Stagnatic noise to that is that when the streamer is talking and everything else, but yet there's another conversation going somewhere else, and it's being intertwined on the same stream. Me, that drives my bipolar insane, because I'm sitting there trying to listen to you and I'm hearing something else in the background and everything else. That hurts a stream. I mean,
right. So when you do a panel, make sure that you do a panel where, it's mainly what there ain't six different conversations going at the same time.
correct. And that's where you have, like with me and Froggy. Okay, right now, people. Like me and Froggy, Lunatic Froggy, right now. I got to get so used to saying that. Oh my God, it's
You
gonna
can
take
just
me a
say
while.
just call me Froggy.
No, because your new channel is gonna be named Lunatic. Well, the old
Lunatic
old channel.
Froggy.
So I got to keep that out there. You want to keep it
Right.
going. And the thing is that when you have people interjecting and everything else, it's very important to do what's called a pre-call, like me and Froggy do. I'll just say Froggy, because the other part, it's still hard for me.
It will take a while to get used
Bipolar,
to.
bipolar, bi fucking
Right.
polar, right fucking hair. Lunatic Dan's got fucking, yeah, I got fucking bipolar. So what? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that when that occurs and there's different conversation and everything else, that I know it would drive me nuts if I'm up on a panel with, say, you guys and everything else, and that would literally drive me insane because I'm like, I'm in a conversation, I'm talking about someone, and I got someone in the background, but I'm like, holy shit, can you shut the fuck up? You know, there
I
have
do that shit all the time too. It's like, no,
Mhm.
let me speak.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why me and you bounce off very well because believe it or not, and that's something that you will learn people over time when you're doing live streams with other people, whatever, and you get to know them and everything. You will know that when a person's starting to talk or whatever, there are certain signs, like with Dad and Froggy and everything else. I'll talk and talk and talk, but she knows when I'm starting to wrap it up already to where she's ready now to jump in. As you see, there has not been a lot of interruption and everything else.
I let dad talk and then dad lets me talk and we co-mingle with each other. And that's why we decided to do this podcast is because we bounce off each other to the point where sometimes we finish each other's sentences. And it's because we have a like mind. Does that mean he has a young mind or I have an old mind? We don't know yet. It's somewhere in between.
We'll
But
call it middle aged. Middle aged.
we're middle-aged minds. But it's because we're so alike that we can bounce off each other and have a decent conversation and there's no interruptions and we can get our point out. And a thing with people who are bipolar or ADHD is when there's something in their thought process, they have to get it out or they forget what they're going to say. And
100%.
a lot of times you'll hear me put a pin in it so I can say what I need to say.
Mhm.
And it's not trying to be rude, but at the same point in time, like you want me in this conversation, you need to understand that I need to get what I need out so that way you could get what you need in.
And that is bouncing off what Froggy's saying right now, people, is that when you're on a live stream and you say, what does that got to correlate with the title? It has everything to correlate with the title of how to grow on YouTube and the do's and don'ts and everything else. She's basically telling you, let the process play out, let the person finish talking, and then you go ahead. Like I said, there's many things that some I've known a lot of YouTubers over the years, they got signs to one another. Hey, I'm done. Well, what do you think? A lot of these professionals that you hear on TV, how in the world is it that they don't talk over each other and everything else? There are keywords that they use and everything else. Hey, this is when I say this, and that's what's called a pre-show and everything else. You've got to be able to have. See, me and Froggy are able to go ahead and bounce off each other because it's natural, okay, which is very rare up on YouTube. That I mean, we don't sit there and say, well, when I say this or I do that or whatever the case may be, I'm finishing up. No, it's just the tone of what we're talking about or whatever. Follow a conversation, what someone is doing and everything, and you will be able to bounce off them. So trust me, it makes it such a nicer live stream. Believe me.
That it does. Or like little signals, like scratching the nose. I mean, a lot of people do that. And that's why when you said that, I went like this because scratching the nose or scratching the forehead or lean to the left or lean to the right. I mean, there's code signals in there where like you can bounce off of each other and make it so nobody's interrupting each other because I don't know about you, but I hate being interrupted. It really irks me.
It
Just
makes it
like
a cheap show. It makes it a
it,
cheap
it
show.
does,
That's what it
but
does.
it also offends people
Hmm.
because then it's like, well, you only want your opinion out. You don't want my opinion. Am I supposed to just sit here and shut up?
And the thing about it is when everybody streams, you can have 4 or 5 people on a panel, 6 people, 10 people, whatever. When you're hearing it in your ear set that they're talking. So remember, everything's on a delay on YouTube. It's on a delay, just like right now. We're on a delay recording this. By the time it gets put up, it's going to be on a couple second delay. That's YouTube able to protect itself from any type of like really bad content and everything else. But again, I will say this over and over again. Have I agree with Froggy 100%. Have keywords, have certain signs, signals, or whatever the case may be. But in our case, I mean, me and Froggy really do not have that. Is because we do bounce off of each other so well, and we're both on topics that we'll be picking in the future and everything else. It's topics that we both have like interest. Do not do if you got a panel where you know certain people are into a topic, certain people are not. Well, the people that are not into your topic for that day, even if they're your friends and people that you care about or whatever, just say, hey, this is not your genre. It's not it or whatever. No offense, but you might want to sit this one out. It's going to make a better show for the audience that is going to come to your YouTube channel. They don't want to hear, well, they don't. They want to see the excitement. They want to see the knowledge. They want to see your perspective on what the topic you're talking about.
As a matter of fact, you did that to me, Dad. I said, hey, do you want to interview my mom with me? As it's getting to know a psychic medium, you're like, hey, that's not my cup of tea. I said, okay, I'll do it by myself. We'll do our pre record. Your
Get out
son's
of here.
dancing behind you.
That is
but
not part of the damn show. That Matthew, stay out of our face.
but
Even my family's got to interrupt, even when I'm doing a podcast. What are you?
oh, mine does it too. But no, at the end of the day, you were really polite about it. You said, hey, that's not my cup of tea. And I'm like, okay. I didn't force you, I didn't manipulate you. I just said, hey, okay, I got you. I'll do it myself.
Yes, and that's very important. And see, that's something. That's why I love you. And I use the word "I." Is that there's going to be times I may want to talk about something, or whatever, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, man, not really." I mean, whatever. But we've got so much in common that it's probably very rare that all of our future stuff every Saturday, 1 p.m. People, we do this and everything else. Make sure you give my sweetheart daughter a fucking thumbs up. Otherwise, I give you a middle finger straight up your candy asses. No, just saying, just saying. I have to do the public service announcement.
Right. But no, I totally agree. There's going to be times, but a lot of times, because we correlate so well, you'll be like, hey, should we discuss this? And I'll be like, I don't know much about this. Let me do the research. And that's why I will bring up topics in the beginning of the week so that way we have time throughout the week to plan it. Now, you would think Dad and I talk constantly.
Not
No,
true. No, no.
we don't talk constantly, but yet we can get up on a panel and we can bounce off of each other. And that's because both of us have a like mind. You don't have to talk to somebody 24/7, 365 days a week to be close to each other. I text Dad every morning, good morning. He
I would
cannot
still,
text back.
I will still go to hell and back for you, regardless, girl.
Exactly. He don't text back because he's driving.
Hmm.
Then when he gets home, it's family time. And then it's
Hmm.
bedtime. And then it's driving again. I understand this. On the weekends, we do talk more because that is his free time. That's when he's able to hold the phone in his hand.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's part of a friendship. And when you're doing a YouTube channel and you really want to get your friends up on it, make sure you have a good friendship. And it's not do for me and I'll do shit for you.
Hmm.
Because there is a lot of people that literally do not have respect for somebody else, but they want what you can do for them. Now, I was the idiot that used to send hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month to people
Hmm. Hmm.
in super chats and all of this. And I've slowly realized that that does not
Create a friendship.
make a
Nope.
friendship.
You cannot buy friendship. You can't buy it.
Exactly. And it does not help your channel grow because what they're going to expect when you go to the next channel is you do the same thing to them. Well, you gave this streamer a whole bunch of money. Why ain't you giving me a bunch of money?
Hmm. I've ran into that in the early days of Lunatic Dad. Lunatic Dad in the beginning when I used to live stream and everything else. Believe it or not, sweetheart, on a live stream, any given live stream, 150, $250 a stream and everything else. And people thought, well, I donated you. You should do this. You should do that. I'm like, listen, I'm not. you don't have to buy my friendship. You don't have to buy that you know me or whatever for me to acknowledge you in a chat and everything else. No, you don't have to do none of the above. Just be you, because I cannot be bought. It just cannot happen.
Exactly. Now, I would like to bring this in because I've seen it a lot, and this is no shade to anybody, but when you go to another YouTuber's channel, the YouTuber that you're talking to is going to slowly dislike you if you continuously bring up somebody else's YouTube channel or that YouTuber.
I
Now,
mhm,
when you're correlated with each other, you just bite your tongue. You're like, he's not here, he's not up,
mhm.
and sometimes we have to set boundaries with the people that watch us because it's not that we don't mind that you watch us. It gets very annoying when we hear, and I'm going to use you, Dad, as an example because we hear this a lot. Where's Lunatic, Dad? Why
He's right
ain't
here. I'm
Lunatic
right
Dad
here.
up?
Mhm.
Can Lunatic Dad do this? Not on Dad's channel, but on ours. It's like, I don't know, go ask him.
Yeah,
I
and
cannot give dad permission to do something with you. I cannot say, yeah, dad will do this on this Tuesday of this month at this time. I cannot do that
mhm,
unless I'm sitting here. Hey, dad, this person wants this done. Could you do this? And the only way I would ever do that is literally if it was my son
right, right, right.
or
No
my
doubt.
mother.
That's right. And I agree 100% with you, because, you know, here's the thing is that when you're coming into someone's chat or whatever the case may be, I get it. I have understood it for a long time. Okay, where's Lunatic Dad or whatever the case may be. But when you keep on pounding it home, when a panel may be having a discussion about something else or whatever the case may be, they don't want to hear about Lunatic Dad. Okay, they don't, and they should shut that down and everything else. Hey, if you're here, let's talk about the subject. You're not slating Lunatic Dad. You're not putting me down per se and everything else. No, because your time is valuable, and you're out there trying to perform a show, and you're being distracted by questions of which is irrelevant. If you wanted to reach out to Lunatic Dad and wonder what I'm doing, follow me on Twitter. Send me a message.
Exactly. And
Follow
if
me on Facebook. Whatever. My name's an open fucking book. Send me a message. Hey, how you doing? Whatever the case may be. But don't back channel it, because now you are cheapening the other people that are associated with Lunatic Cat. You're making them feel that, well, what am I, a piece of fucking shit and everything else?
Well, exactly, and that's why I wanted to bring that up because a lot of people who just start YouTube normally go. Okay, so say if my cousins just started YouTube, and I brought him up on a panel, and I really got his name out there.
Mhm.
I do not want the people that follow me to go to my cousin and be like, "Where's your cousin? Where's Froggy? Why ain't Froggy up here? When's Froggy coming up? Could Froggy do this for me?" Because I know damn well my cousin would be like, "I don't know, go to her channel."
That is 100% accurate. That is 100% accurate, honey. And people make that mistake. And, people also sometimes will try to, like I said, I can only stress this as much as I possibly can. When you're going to the gigantic YouTubers, I'm not talking about Lunatic Cat. I've already said it a million times. I'm just a normal guy, normal channel, period. No matter what my beautiful daughter says and everything else. But bottom line is these real big YouTubers, and you're super chatting them and you give them all this money and you want all this recognition in the chat and everything else, you know how far that's going to get you? Nowhere. You're going to be going backwards, because they're laughing all the way to the bank while you're going ahead thinking you got actual recognition because they said your name on the stream or whatever the case may be. Trust me, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I know you may think it is. Number one, don't. That is a number one don't. Don't try to buy your way into being successful on YouTube, because you will fail. And
Yep.
buying your way is through super chats. Trust me, acknowledgement and everything else. Hey, wow, this streamer has 200,000 subscribers. They had over 1,000 people in the chat. And man, when I went ahead and super chatted them, I got 20 subscribers. What the fucking do? 20 subscribers? Are you fucking kidding me? And you gave him $100 and that was your intentions because
You
you
can go online and buy a hundred subscribers
go.
for like, I think it's 1,000 subscribers for $20.
There you go. I don't know anything about this. This does not come from Lunatic Dad, by the way. I have no idea about this situation, but
There's a person on TikTok that literally shows how people are buying subscribers
that is
and
all
views.
AI subscribers, and it's all
Right.
AI. I mean, uh, I mean, everybody's got their own different ways, and they want to try to escalate their channels faster, and they don't want to go through the work and grind like you and myself. And like I said, like what Scott,
Abraxas Paranormal, Scotty
and
Thornburg,
right.
Cindy.
What they're all doing, and everything else is hard work. They're putting in the hours. They're going on live streams. They're putting up videos. They're doing a lot of hard work. They're doing what I call the roots of your channel. And a lot of people just want to bypass that. They want to go straight up. And that's the purpose of this live stream. There is no easy way to go ahead and get successful on YouTube. You got to bump and grind, and you got to go ahead and put in the hours. Trust me, I can't even tell you how many hours I know personally I put on YouTube. It's got to be in the hundreds of thousands of hours in my lifetime on
Right.
YouTube. I mean, and
I've
trust,
been doing this for 5 years. Yes, I've changed my name. Yes, I took a 2 year break, but I've still been grinding for years.
yep, yep, 100%.
Which brings me into my next topic is allowing negative people to affect you on YouTube.
Mm, that is so true. Again, as Dad has said a million times over, the negativeness that comes to your channel is a positiveness. Remember, your ultimate goal is to get monetized.
Right.
Period. Period. I heard
If
people.
your haters want to come watch you and hate you, just be like, "Hey, thank you for thank you for the watching the video. I appreciate you."
100%, 100%. Like,
Because as you grow, you're gonna have haters.
oh yeah,
You're not doing anything right if you don't have haters, and the haters are normally people who are jealous that you have grown so far.
I've asked this question to every person that's ever been associated with me. Have you ever received hate from being associated with Lunatic Dad? Because I will not acknowledge other people that they've been slated or whatever by me. Have you ever received any type of hate toward you saying, "Well, why doesn't he talk to me? Why doesn't he, you know, get do videos with me or whatever the case may be?" I mean, over a long period of time. And if you haven't experienced that yet, again, you will experience that. I promise you.
And at the end of the day, I'll literally say, go ask him. That's on him. That I'm Lunatic Froggy associated with Lunatic Dad,
My
but
daughter,
I'm not dad. I cannot answer for him.
my daughter.
I am your daughter 100%.
There you
And
go.
you are my dad 100%. I cannot answer for you. That would be like me going in and saying, yeah, Jordan can do this on this day at this time. He'd be like, Mom, I have plans.
Hmm.
And I'd be like, okay, well, I'll rearrange your plans. That don't work. I'd have to be like, ask him.
Right.
I don't know, ask him.
Hmm.
And the reason why is because at the end of the day, if you really want to think about it, you are your individual person. I am my individual person. Our channels are core linked, but we do different things. I do paranormal. You don't do paranormal.
Hmm.
Um, I do fixing cars, which Kyle might want to watch because I'll show him where the fuse box is on the car.
I showed him, sweetheart. Yeah, he can barely learn how to fucking put on his windshield wipers, let alone try to
Oh my
find the fucking
god.
box. Just saying.
He's
Just saying.
not mechanically inclined.
No, no.
But I'm going to have content on fixing cars because we're always working on cars. Um,
I think
Going
that'll be great.
grocery shopping because once again, Froggy lives on a budget. So I have to correlate my budget to fit into meals for the week or for the month, and everything else.
And I can suggest to you, sweetheart, I would start, with the coupons and everything else. Show the people on a video, hey,
I don't
I
know how
got
to
this
do
at the Jewel.
coupons.
Well, if you get it in, I know it's online, free coupons like from
Right.
Jewel and everything else.
I do that with Dollar General is I go through and
There
I
you go.
flip all those coupons.
Yeah, that's just suggestion far as if you're gonna do a shopping video or cheaper
Right.
stuff, but it's stuff that you can get on sale 2 for 1s and kind of like correlated
That's what I
between.
normally do is like, okay, well, this one is this price, and this one is this price.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, you go with the cheaper one. I mean,
Hmm.
but Dad's not going to be like, yeah, Tanya can do an interview at this time at this place. He's going
And
to
I
be
do
like,
want to make this perfectly clear, and I gotta say this, sweetheart. Sorry
go
I
ahead.
interrupted you, and normally I'd never do that. Be the brain not working
I know
properly.
how it works.
Yes, you do. Do not, do not. This is me and Froggy's show. I want to say this over and over again. Dad does not have time. If you notice, we're an hour in. I do not have time to be on everybody's fucking. They say, let's do a show with Dad or whatever the case may be. This is a special show that me and Lunatic Froggy have. It's because of my relationship and my love for her and everything else. Why Dad wants this show. It's not to go ahead and help Froggy, not at all. It's to be able to bounce off our opinions and thought processes of different topics that we will be tackling and everything else. And it's someone I care about. It's not that I don't care about you people. I'm talking about people that call me a fan or whatever the case may be. Dad does not have that time to be able to do that. When I'm retired, have at it.
Maybe.
Maybe not even then. That might be a little too much fucking talking for me.
But
Just saying.
again, go to Lunatic Dad and address it to him. Just like don't go to Lunatic Dad's channel and be like, hey, will Froggy interview me? Come to me. My
Yes.
Twitter is up there. I mean, I have my stuff associated with it.
Hmm.
Come to me. I will address it with you. I will schedule a time if depending on the basis of what you want to talk. Now, I've had Cindy again.
I've seen it.
There really wasn't a lot of downtime. We discussed a lot of things. There was laughs and jokes, and she showed me the animals, which, again, I have a freaking zoo of dogs running behind
You
me.
see the rooster? You see the damn
Yes,
rooster and the a hen thing? I seen that.
yes.
I was like, holy shit, they got fucking roosters in their yard. Golly.
They have a rooster in their house too.
Yeah. Mm.
But again, it was something that I was interested in, and I brought it to her attention. Psychic with a interview with a two mediums whenever they get time. Again, I go off of their time, not that them going off of my time. And the reason why is because of the simple basis that everybody has a life. You have to be very, very open and honest with it and understand that they're not going to come up all the time. They're not going to be there all the time. And
Ex-
just because they're not there for X amount of time or X amount of days or whatever, it doesn't always mean that they're in an argument.
mhm.
Sometimes it could literally just be Dad is crabby at this point in time and he's not going to talk to anybody.
Mm. Happens. Happens. No, you're 100% right.
Exactly.
You're 100% right. I mean, like I said, we all have our lives and everything else. I mean, yes, we enjoy. Like I said, I really love this freaking one. We're gonna do this for until day I die. It is beautiful. I love this podcast we got and everything else. But again, understand that everybody has a lives and everything else, and just respect. I'd say just respect people's space, because if you cannot respect people's space and everything else, that's where you start having issues and everything else. Not everybody, because they're not talking for a while or whatever, means that they got a problem with you. Okay. No, that's not the case. I mean, unless you got a guilty conscience, that's the only thing I would say.
Exactly. And sometimes we just have to understand that YouTubers are actual human beings.
Hmm.
You're not going to make it big right away.
Hmm.
You might not make it big. I mean, if you do a busting a TV or jumping off a bridge without a rope, or
Five.
yeah, you
Five
busted
TVs.
5 TVs,
Five.
but or building a fort on a budget, as long as you are not doing what is the click at that point in time, you're really not going to grow as fast as somebody that's out there every day building $100 forts, building a budget fort on a budget, or um, throwing slime on this person, or doing this or doing that. I mean,
Hmm.
there's different genres in everything. I will never clickbait. I will never make it look like there's something there that wasn't there in my paranormals. And that's why it's hard on paranormal, because there is so many people out there. Oh my God, what is that? You know,
I seen that all the time, and I'm sitting there. Go back into the person's video, and I go real slow mo it. And I'm like, there ain't shit there. What the hell are you talking
right.
about? Did you see that? There's nothing there.
Now, there are, I will tell you, there are people that can see things that we don't see,
Yeah, yeah,
aka mediums. But they're not going to be like, oh my God, there's this. They're going to be like, what the fuck do you want? All of a sudden, they're going to have a conversation out on the side. They're
hmm
not going to get scared because they see this shit all the time. It's not just on YouTube. They see it all day, every day. They're going to be like, what the fuck do you want now? Didn't I just talk to you? And there's going to be a silence, and they're going to be like, well, I understand you want to address this. Go to the REM pod.
hmm hmm
It's not, oh, well, um, yeah, I got that too. You
Yeah.
know, again, it's, and that's why you'll never see a paranormal video of mine edited,
hmm
because of the simple fact I will not add music, because A, you could drown something out. I will not cut something out because, again, you're going to end up missing something. I will not edit my paranormal videos. Will I learn how to edit my other videos so I don't double and stammer and all of that? Yes.
hmm
But my paranormal, never.
hmm hmm That.
And
Go ahead.
it's authentic. That way, it's authentic. It's the raw footage. I'd
Yep.
rather see raw footage than edited footage. I don't care if the video's 6.5 hours long. I'll sit there like this the whole damn time watching it.
Like Dad's associated with a big paranormal channel. It's called Charm City. Okay. And they are like super gigantic. I actually had conversations like we are having here privately with them and everything else. And they're gigantic on YouTube. I'm talking huge and everything. Charm City Paranormal. And the stuff they place, they go to, and all the footage and everything else. And it's amazing. I mean, they're like really good. Froggy. Very good.
I'll watch them, but I'm pretty sure they started out where I was, going to
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
cemeteries.
Believe it or not, when they started out, they had like 100 and something subscribers. I think they're over 100 and something thousand now in less than a year. I mean, they're that good. I mean,
Right,
but they're professional. I mean, if you see what they do, they're very professional. I mean, in the way they do their investigations, the way they talk, they don't have a lot. They stay on topic and everything else, and they do a lot of sleepover. Like they may go and do one video in a month or a video every 2 months. But when they do the video, it is completely beautiful when they put it all together. I've played them before on my channel when I went live. I still have it in my Rolodex and everything. I can play Charm City Paranormal, and I've got the okay to do it and everything. But they're really good. They're really good.
right. Which, once again, they they started from the bottom, and that's where every YouTuber starts, is from the bottom. And that's why we're giving you the list of do's and don'ts, because as a YouTuber, you want your channel to grow,
Hmm.
and this is how your channel is going to grow the best.
Yep. You don't want a lot of dead, what I call dead subscribers. You don't want that because eventually, like I said, someone's going to come to your channel and they're going to see you got 10,000 subscribers or whatever, and you got 3 views on a video. So that's a red alert to any YouTuber that's worth a grain of salt. You were sub for sub. That's what you were,
Right,
because all of them went away because you don't have time. You got 10,000 subscribers that you're going to all these sub for sub sites and getting thousands and thousands over a short period of time. And you ain't got time to be going to all these damn videos and everything. So what are they going to do? I'm not going to go watch you. You don't watch me, so screw you. You're a dead subscriber. It doesn't
right,
work. Doesn't work. Like I said, sub for sub is one of the most dangerous things you can do. What, especially when you're already started your YouTube channel and you got, say, 20, 30, 40 videos out there and you're already beginning. Stay away from sub for sub. It'll kill your
right.
channel. It'll kill your channel.
Sub for sub should be before you even put a video out there.
Yes, 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 yes. I
And
agree.
then when you get like 50 subs, start putting videos out there
Hmm.
because they're going to be able to watch your content and be like, oh, I really like that.
Hmm.
Now, me, I started from grinding from the bottom, like putting videos out there, maybe getting 5 views. I was so ecstatic. One day I got 10 views on my video.
Hmm.
And our last podcast, The Truth About Lunatic Dad, I think it
I'd
hit
seen that.
like 100 and some videos
Almost
or views.
180.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I literally fucking went and picked up Roy and I'm like, look. And he goes, congratulations. Would you like a fucking cookie?
Exactly, exactly. But he doesn't understand
You
what
don't
that,
understand the
you know.
YouTube channel, but
Uh-huh.
at the end of the day, it's like, bitch, do you know how hard it's took me to get that far?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
at the end of the day, I don't get a lot of views, but I'm working on it. I'm progressing.
I have seen your growth already. Believe it or not, I'm paying attention to your channel and everything else, and I have seen the growth and everything. It's like I said, it's all about consistency and getting out there and doing more. Like I said, you got to understand, you had a 2 year hiatus. Okay,
Right. I was
that's a
gone for
long time.
2 years.
It's like if Dad walked away from YouTube for 2 years, never uploaded nothing, didn't put the name out there, whatever. Eventually, them old videos are only going to carry the channel so far. You've got to
Right.
put up some type of content along the way. Which, by
Right.
the way, if you haven't seen it, Dad uploaded a brand new video. People, go check it out. Lunatic Dad's out for breakfast with the family. Just wanted to put that out there for my own public service announcement.
Hell yeah. Uh, but again, I let the negative affect me. And that's one of the reasons. If you ever notice, I have certain people up on my channel with like live streaming panels or anything. I have certain people up there because I know if a negative comes at me, they're going to be like, ignore it. Do
And
you
you know
want to
I will.
talk about it? Why is it making you feel that way? Okay, so if you're not that, ignore it.
I've seen your growth over a period of time, though. You're starting to get more like, oh, fuck you, and everything else,
Right,
and that's good. And that's you got to get that strongness in you. And I'm proud of you that it takes time. I mean, we're all human beings. We got feelings and everything else. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Does some of the comments on my channel that people talk shit or whatever, does it bother me? Yeah. Do I brush it off? Yeah, and everything. But
and
that's
you have to
not
nowadays.
not in the very beginning. I did not. There was times I turned around and replied to them, "Fuck you." Yeah, da, da, da." I was like a prick in the beginning. Believe it or not, I was like, "You don't like my content? Don't fucking watch it then." All
All
I did
right,
was
Dad, we should wrap this up
yes,
because,
yes. We're starting to get a little bit off topic.
right. So, any famous words, Dad?
Yes, the infinite wisdom of what Lunatic Dad is trying to go ahead. The purpose of this live stream is miss and starting a YouTube channel. Hopefully, that you guys have learned quite a bit along the way in this interview. My beautiful daughter, Lunatic Froggy, had great points, knowledge, and perception into what it's like when you're starting out a channel and doing it the right way. If you do things the right way, it has nothing but up. You do things the wrong way, it'll destroy your channel. And I want to thank my beautiful daughter, sweetheart. Thank you once again for letting me be blessed up on Lunatic Froggies and Lunatic Dads podcast. I'll see you next time, bitches.
All right, guys, we love you and appreciate everybody that comes and watches this. I hope this helps people that are trying to grow their channel or starting out a channel. We do understand that it is hard work. Just remember, it takes dedication. It's just like anything else. You're starting at the bottom and you want to get to that CEO position. You need hard work, you need determination, and you need straight structure and a great schedule. So we hope you have an amazing time. We love you all and thank you for coming. Love y'all. Bye.